This next clip is absolutely just hysterical to me because it shows the length to which Fox News will go to make a petty political point out of literally anything. Here's an image of Kamala Harris featured on Vogue magazine, and I want you to listen to the issues that they take with Kamala Harris in this photo shoot. But then particularly, I want you to think about the fact that this is what's being broadcast on Fox Business News. So in between learning about how the market is doing, in between learning about how innovative businesses are trying to navigate these current times, Fox Business News had the time to be petty and try to make something out of nothing. Listen to this clip.
And then there was this, Vice President Kamala Harris on the cover of Vogue for the second time. But the photo shoot now the subject of online backlash and criticism. She sat for the photographer on October 7th, the same day the world marked the one-year anniversary of the deadly Hamas-led attack on Israel, where more than 1,200 people died, mostly civilians. Many were kidnapped. Well, the vice president was wearing a $3,000 suit and Tiffany earrings. And there's a couple of things on this story, Maria. First off, Vogue says that she's the leader of our times. It was a very gushing piece. And they say that she's a results-oriented, roll-up-the-sleeve leader. She's also facing a lot of criticism because of her, both candidates getting really criticized for, the politicization of the hurricanes, in particular in North Carolina, and then of Milton as well. But playing politics and doing a nice cover shoot, we're all dressed up on October 7th. Maybe it wasn't the best timing for the campaign.
Well, they had a weak response to the hurricane season. Let's just be honest. I mean, It wasn't misinformation. They were slow to react. President Trump was on the ground on Wednesday. 2 Wednesdays ago in Georgia. He was there first, then they all followed him. But about this cover, Trisha, I mean, look, they should be ashamed of themselves that they never put Melania Trump on the cover. That's my opinion. And the fact is she was a model. Okay, and they refused to put Melania Trump on the cover even when she was First Lady. And she was all the talk of the town when they got married. Hillary Clinton was at the wedding. Everybody was toasting Donald and Melania. And suddenly he announces he wants to run for president, and then they become the pariah. And she's not allowed on any covers. It's ridiculous.
I mean, that cover would be to die for, truly. But the timing of this, Maria, is pretty atrocious. It's not politically savvy. I mean, as Americans are dealing with higher prices, double the inflation that we were 4 years ago, is it really smart to be on the cover of a magazine that really is the beacon of cultural elitism?
Okay, folks, let's start with the October 7th thing. I want to start again and listen to this part.
She sat for the photographer on October 7th, the same day the world marked the one-year anniversary of the deadly Hamas-led attack on Israel.
This October 7th thing is the biggest stretch. This is a stretch worthy of Olympic athletes, right? Because to try to conjure up something and make someone upset, to create a talking point around the fact that, oh, Kamala Harris sat down and did a photo shoot on October 7th. Where's the law that says she can't do that? Where is the statement that says that we as Americans and we as global citizens have to sit still and do literally nothing on October 7th, despite what happened on October 7th? Where is, and why then? Let's go to the second part. Why then try to make something out of this in hopes of stirring up public animus towards Kamala Harris because she had the nerve to have a photo shoot on October 7th? Absolutely the most ridiculous stretch I've seen. And then they give commentary on how much Kamala Harris's suit, where she got her suit and where she got her earrings and how expensive they were. Really, what are we trying to do here? You're broadcasting on Fox Business News. Chances are the people who consume this probably don't even think that $3,000 is expensive to spend on an accessory. Some of them have suits and shoes that cost more than that. So your audience is even laughing at this because You know, we're talking about the vice president of the United States running for president of the United States, being featured on one of the top magazines in this country. What did you expect her to go on this cover and wear? Something that she got on the discount rack at Walmart, or something that she got off of Fashion Nova? I'm trying to see where the controversy is here. And then the fact that Vogue magazine actually says something flattering about Kamala Harris and gave her some nice descriptors. Okay, folks, is this really where we are in this campaign? Is this how little they have to criticize Kamala Harris on? Or is this just like when President Obama wore a tan suit and the entire Republican echo chamber went crazy over it? I think it's worthwhile noticing the difference. And I'm sure Fox News remembered back when they did this with Barack Obama, how many clicks they got out of it. They were able to make it literally the lead story for so many nights. I believe at least 48 hours. The brown suit of Barack Obama was like top news. And what's interesting about this time now is, of course, this is not major news, but it really just shows you two things. One, the desperation of the Republicans and the conservative media chamber, echo chamber, but it also shows you just how far the Rubicon, the Overton window has shifted, where, you know, back in the day, they can make a lot of news out of something as frivolous as what Barack Obama was wearing. Today, the news cycle is such where they can't even keep up. Fox News cannot even keep up with the level of demand that their audience craves in terms of hate-filled rhetoric or negative rhetoric towards politicians or bigotry towards immigrants, right? Fox News created a monster that they have to keep up with. And now something like this comes around, and I'm sure their audience had to be like, whatever, right? But it really just shows a level of desperation that is still very present, because they simply do not have substantive things with which they can critique Kamala Harris. They don't. Now they're talking about how expensive her wardrobe was. They try to say the same thing about her during the DNC, but the fact of the matter is nobody cares, and no one really expects the vice president and potential president of the United States to be wearing clothes off a clearance rack in order to please people who would then turn around and criticize her for wearing clothes so cheap. Right? Let's just call a spade a spade. They don't care about how much she spent. If anything, they wish they could spend that much, if not more. And most of the Fox News hosts can actually do that because they make millions of dollars spreading this frivolous propaganda. I don't even know why I'm covering it so much as to say these people are ridiculous, and have you had enough of the ignorance at this point? Be sure to share, like, and subscribe to this channel, Really American, where we will dissect Republican propaganda, no matter how sophisticated or no matter how absolutely ridiculous it may be.